Good rising, good rising. How is everyone doing? Before we get started, peeps, you know I do the universal greeting. And this morning, people, some of you may know that there is a lot of stuff happening out there right now. I typically give a greeting to Los Angeles, and they are going through some really tough times right now at the Pacific Palisades. As you know, if you've seen on the news, is burning, literally burning right now. The fires are not actually under control. The last that I had gotten an update on it. So our thoughts and prayers out to Los Angeles. And we hope that this can, first of all, oh boy, we hope that the fires can get in control, and we hope that there'll be support for all of the people that have lost their homes and that are going through it right now. That is absolutely unfathomable to be going through this just after the holiday season. So thoughts and prayers. Now let's move on. And let's get to the universal greeting. All of the microphones should be off, but let me get through the greeting and then we'll talk. This is a Only Runes show. There'll be a little bit of this and that comes up, but kind of like to keep it to the rhythm of the show. But let's get it. Beijing, ni hao. London, hello, top of the morning to you. Paris, bonjour. Lisbon, hola. Hong Kong, hello. Sweden, hey. Toronto, good day, eh. Tokyo, konnichiwa. My name is Trudy Art. This is the Universe Wallet, Explorer, Minting, and Marketplace, all on tapwallet.io. Unleashing Bitcoin's full potential, making the Universe Wallet your all-in-one solution to manage all your assets in one place with full support for Tap, DMT, UNAT, Runes, because it is Runes only, people, BRC20, LRC20, Lambda, SRC20, Stamp, and now Dust 20, okay? So let us, oh boy, people, oh God, if you only knew how the back sauce worked here, okay? Before we get started, hopefully, I have said this already, hearts won't help, I'll tell you. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. And as always, I got 3 questions for you. Do you have your... Does anybody know what that sound is? Are your microphones off? Can someone tell me, or am I hallucinating here? Wisdom Ben, can you unmute yourself and tell me, are the microphones off? SD Sharma, do you want to just tell me, or is your microphone off, or am I in a dream here, folks? I thought that I had created this so that everybody's microphone was off. Yesterday, we had some challenges here. Folks were wanting to jump in the conversation, and sometimes I get so caught up that I wasn't... okay, let me invite to speak here. Oh my God! I thought I had...
I can hear you. I just joined. I can hear you very well.
Excellent. Okay, who is this that is speaking? Can you tell me who this is?
Wisdom Ben.
Oh, Wisdom Ben. Excellent. Okay. That is so cool. I had thought that please leave your microphone unmuted and be with me on this show. It was you yesterday, you were trying to ask a question. Was that correct?
No. Yesterday I couldn't join because of my network.
Okay. You weren't because there was somebody that wanted to ask a question, and then for some reason I missed them. So, whatever. Okay. So stay with me here. Don't you go anywhere. Nice to hear your voice. I want to hear a little bit more about you, but I always have to ask 3 questions. You know I do this. What's the first question that I asked, you know? Oh, I think it was Victor. Victor. It was Victor.
Yeah, I think it was Victor. Yeah.
Do you know my first question that I ask everyone?
Nah.
No? Okay. Well, if you've ever tuned in, I always ask, do you have your water ready? Why water, people? Because we have to stay hydrated. We are humans. Unless you are an AI, you won't need the H2O. But let me tell you, make sure you have your water ready. If you want to put a little bit of electricity into that water, maybe squeeze some lime in there. And that clinging sound is my glass straw because I don't want that lime to get on my teeth. I like beautiful teeth, people, and I like to keep very good hygiene. So only glass straws for me, okay? Unless there's no electricity in that water, you can just drink it from the glass. Too much information? Hey, people, I'm trying to help out here. Now, do you have a blood pressure monitor? Why? Have you seen the market? Oh boy. Okay, listen, Bitcoin. Come closer. Come closer, Bitcoin. What are you doing? Do not be scared. So what? The government has gotten this okay approval to sell this, I don't know, $6 billion of Silk Road Bitcoin. But Bitcoin, you're stronger than this. Don't let them push you around. Push back. When they say when they say they're going to sell, who cares? Come on, Bitcoin, fight back. So some of you may know, have you heard that the government is looking at selling about $6 billion worth of Bitcoin? A seizure that they got from this Silk Road, this whole Silk Road decision, this case that happened right before the new year. So it's, let me just share a little bit about that. I think it's relevant, people, because it's to do with Bitcoin. And if you've seen the price, that's why I asked if you have a blood pressure monitor. Okay, so listen, I'm reading here from the Read Write, okay? So these are quotes. A court document reveals that Chief U.S. District Judge Richard Seaborg denied a motion that would prevent the forfeiture of 69,370 BTC from Silk Road deep web black market. The judge gave a go-ahead to the Department of Justice to sell $6.5 billion worth of Bitcoin with the ruling. OMG. Now they're declaring, who is they, the government, that they haven't sold a penny of this Bitcoin, but they're about to flood the market. So this has spooked some of the bigger players, the spot ETFs, Fidelity, BlackRock, even ARK. That's Kathy Wood's ARK. Money is fleeing out of Bitcoin, people. These spot ETFs. But you know what? That's good news. Yay. Why is that good news? Because you can mint. You can mint? Yeah, you can go and buy Bitcoin on a discount, and you can start preparing your bags. And we're going to talk about Runes bags. Seems like people want to talk about Dust 20. Excuse me, Dust 20. You need your own show. Don't you dare come and try to assert authority over Runes. People, I am animating these protocols. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to animate them. They need a voice too. Runes is out here saying, hey, you played a whole song for me. Now you're going to ditch me for Dust 20? Dust 20, you'll just have to wait a moment. But people are very excited about Dust 20. So this is an absolute opportunity right now, because where's Bitcoin at right now? Let me just take a look. Anybody seen Bitcoin lately? Bitcoin is missing, people. Put up wanted posters. Wanted our Bitcoin back to over 100,000. But honestly, this is a great opportunity. Right now, I'm seeing that obviously Bitcoin has plunged a little bit more, about 2.12% today. So we're looking at about a USD price of $93,078.59. How is that a good thing if you are still preparing your bags? Well, you can go and get Bitcoin on a discount. And everything that you see on tapwallet.io, all of those prices are now on a discount, whether they like it or not, because Bitcoin says blue light special. Blue light special. Remember Kmart? Does anybody even know what I'm talking about? Okay, let's move on. But blue light specials, that means it's a big discount. So think about that, and take this time to turn it around and make it an opportunity for yourself, okay? Third question. Are you ready for runes only? Yes, Dust 20. We will come back at you. Mint, mint, mint till your heart's content, okay? But are you ready for runes only? I'm kind of digging the runes, people. Yeah, I'm digging the runes. Listen, there's a ton of airdrop multipliers. So I'm going to mention 2 right now, and then I will kind of do them 2 by 2 throughout the show. We're going to try to go an hour and 15 minutes. So we've got an hour left, okay? And I hope Wisdom Ben has not left me, because I want to ask Wisdom Ben some questions. Don't go anywhere. Listen, if you are new to the universe, go to the main X page. Sometimes I want to say Twitter, okay? Go to the main X page and do yourself a solid. Join the Discord. No kidding. There are fireworks going on in that Discord, okay? People are scrambling, and they are constructively competing to be the top of the leaderboard. Why do they want to be the top of the leaderboard? Well, as these airdrops, which are given to tap wallet holders, actually anyone that wants to join the universe at tapwallet.io, because early users are rewarded. Listen, once they announce these airdrops, the first 20 that respond get a 5x multiplier on their airdrop. I'm giving you the straight dose, no chaser, okay? The first 50 get a 2x multiplier. Get to that Discord. This is no joke, okay, people? Do that. Now, I'm headed back here to Wisdom Ben, because I like people. And Wisdom Ben is on here, and he's my kind of people, because he unmuted himself, and he's up here as a speaker. Wisdom Ben, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Excellent. I don't get to hear from many people, within the universe. So I would just like to ask just a little bit about you. Like, when did you get to the universe? What is your crypto story, and what is your experience so far in the universe, and any question that you might have? Are you still there?
I think my network is so messy. What did you say, please?
I can hear you. When did you get into crypto?
Okay, that was 2020. Yeah, early 2020.
Okay. And how did you get in? Like, what made you come into crypto?
Okay, then there was a Ponzi scheme that was trending then, so a friend of mine introduced me to it. Ethereum smart
You got
contract,
in
something like that. So
a Ponzi
after a while,
scheme.
so after a while, I now noticed that I think this is a big thing. But he had little knowledge about it, so I started making my own research. So started getting buying some cryptos myself. Then
Oh boy, I hope you did not get hurt in the Ponzi scheme. It's good that you mentioned that because people, you have to be careful. Within crypto, there's a lot of schemes and scams. Anytime you get the real thing, the real McCoy, as they say, just look at fiat. There's counterfeits. That it's almost a sign that there's something there. If the counterfeiters show up, hello, Poochie. We know for the Gucci people, they know what that means. Okay. So if you are in something that has some steam, some legs, typically the scams and the schemes start. So hopefully you did not get hurt in that Ponzi scheme, but you do have to be careful in Bitcoin or in crypto. So how did you find yourself how did you get to the universe?
okay, I got to know about the universe through Lunchbox. I think there was a time they collabed with Bitcoin Pink BTC Universe to do some kind of giveaway or something like that. So I was into Lunchbox. I got to know Lunchbox from Tap Wallet, from Tap itself. So there I now started following the Universe wallet up, you know, making small research about them, created a wallet before they now started doing the airdrops.
Okay. Do you have any of the tools? I mean, obviously, you everyone that comes to the universe, you can just come and get the airdrops and leave. You can come and research the tools. But have you looked at any of the tools? Like, do you have your name registered?
Yeah, I registered my name, minted, I think two, I think either type zero or I stamp. Yeah, so I got some of the airdrops, almost all. I just missed two.
Which,
I think just two.
which two did you miss?
I can't really remember their name, but I think I missed two. Yeah, two.
Do you have daddy?
But I got the rest. Yeah, I have daddy.
Oh, good.
I have mother.
Good. Okay, so you got
I missed
daddy.
two. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, what are your thoughts on runes? Do you have Rune Zero, and have you looked at any runes? Do you have any runes in your wallet?
I think that's my next go-to. But I want to have a little bit of it. I'm planning on minting few of it. So I have that in plan to do.
That is so cool. That is so cool. Yeah, no, we want to talk about runes. I'm just inviting some more people to speak here. Hey, I always like to give some shout outs here. I do see Sadie Riggs. Got to tell you, Sadie is always out here and really moving to the top of the leaderboards there. I see Mats. I'll invite Mats to speak. SD Sharma, son from London there. I see Low 90 inviting you to speak. If Victor's around, then I'd love Victor to come back too. Thank you, Wisdom Bernard, for being so kind and just sharing, about your experience so far. Hey, Rebecca, see you out there too. I'm going to invite you to speak as well. I thought I had unmuted all the mics. I kind of like that sometimes because Victor had a question yesterday and we weren't able to get to him. So yeah, no, that's really cool, Wisdom Ben. Is there any? Let's just a few more questions for you. Is there any particular rune that you're interested in, or any questions that you might have in regards to runes that I can answer?
Mm, I don't have anyone in particular in mind. I will just go over there and mention one at all.
Okay. And are you familiar with the tool that the universe is offering there, Rune Zero? Are you familiar with that tool?
Yeah, the tool.
The tool, the Rune Zero, like the new token Rune Zero that you can get on the Universe wallet.
Don't think so.
Okay, so that's a good place for us to go to. So people, listen, I could be out here thinking that you have all of the information when in fact you may need me to share some of that information with you. If you go to tapwallet.io, okay, because I said I'd be doing this throughout the show, so I'm going to talk a little bit about Rune Zero. Rune Zero, why is that important? Well, if you're going to do only Runes show, then you definitely want to highlight Rune Zero. So Rune Zero is a tool, it's a token that gives you, that helps you to actually save on your minting fees when you're minting runes. Okay, when you're minting runes. Now, some of us etch runes. That means that you deploy it. And then once it's deployed, then we can go in as the community and we can start minting. So if you are minting right now, you probably have experienced minting, or you probably have done your minting maybe on Luminex. You probably maybe have done your minting on Xverse, maybe on Unisat. Well, guess what? If you have, well, now you can do your minting on tapwallet.io. But before you mint, you can pick up a Rune Zero. Why would you want to do that? Because you can save up to 50% off of minting in comparison to Luminex, Unisat, and Xverse. So you're saving in the minting fees. Why is it important to save in the minting fees? Well, as you know, the best time to get into runes is to mint them, because once they get to the secondary marketplace, the spread, the return on investment decreases. So you don't want the minting price to cut into your rate of return, right? So if you can mint for most cost efficient way, right? If you can save money on your minting, well, that just helps you when you go to list your rune. Who doesn't like to save sats? Yeah, that's right. So you can save on those fees. So if you go right now to tapwallet.io, you click inscribe, you will see that under the inscribe tab, Rune Zero is the third token that you can actually click. And once you click that token, it will take you to a page that says Zero Minting Fees, Rune Zero Universe. And you will connect your wallet, and then you will just click mint. And once you click mint, then obviously it'll go through the mempool, and then within probably 10 minutes or less, that'll upload in your wallet. You can then go to my profile, click DMT, I believe it's click DMT, and then you will see that Rune Zero uploaded in your wallet. Okay, so what can you do after that? Now that you have the Rune Zero, that's step one. Step two would then be to go back to Inscribe and click Mint Runes. Yes, click Mint Runes, because now you got the Rune Zero, and it's going to give you the hot mints on the first page. So one of the first mints that I'm seeing here today, and these mints are in progress, by the way, people. So there's Don Marlin, the Codfather. Oh God. Listen, people, if you're into fishing, I guess you'll get that. That is quite interesting. The Codfather, get it? Okay, that's funny. Then there's Sats Bitcoin Rune. There's Uncommon Goods. There is Phrygius Maximus runes. There's DBI on Bitcoin. There's Bitcoin Swap Net. So this just gives you the hot stuff, what's being minted right now. And I will give you some tips pretty soon on, what mints should you or should you not be minting. That sounds like advice, but it's not going to be advice because it's really going to be up to you at the end of the day, which rune you choose. Okay, so once you hit mint, I am not kidding, people. It's that easy. Now, on the right-hand side, you will notice repeat mint amount. You can actually repeat the mints. With the runes, the etcher will create a limit, a maximum that you can mint. So you can, let's say you want to repeat the mint 20 times. Then you may get an error message saying maximum 10 or what have you. So then you need to decrease that to 10. But the pre-loaded amount here is one time. So if you want to increase the mint, then you can do that. And then you just press mint and you can select your network fee. If the mempool is slow, then, you'll be fine with a normal network fee. And then you just click mint. One thing you should know is you can be front run in runes. What does that mean? That means that if, let's say that you're nearing, say, 97%, that's really tricky. Why? Because somebody may want that mint more than you. And if they customize their fee, then their transaction will get confirmed before you. And you could end up losing out on that particular rune. And then you will lose out on any fees associated with that. There are no refunds in runes. If you want refunds, you got to go to Cat 20, okay? They have refunds over there on Fractal Bitcoin, people. Yeah, pretty cool. They're the only ones that do that. They got customer service there. Everywhere else in Bitcoin, once you mint, that's it. Your money is gone. Hopefully you got what you were trying to get, because it is that different when it comes to runes. Yeah, Dust 20 people, we're coming to you. Don't worry. We're just going to do some rune stuff right now. Now, I invited some people to speak here. Are you interested in speaking? Okay. Well, let me continue on. And Wisdom Ben, if you have any questions in the meantime, you can jump in, because let's talk about some of the runes that we listed on the on top of the show notes there. What do I mean by that? We tagged some of the interesting projects right now. One of the projects that we tagged is Billy, the $1 billion cat. Okay, the $1 billion cat. So if you're interested in the $1 billion cat, that is a runes that has been 100% minted out. You actually have to go to the secondary marketplace. Why is $1 billion cat such an interesting rune? It is interesting because I'll tell you, the AIs are picking up $1 billion cat right now, which is really cool. Okay, so the AIs are even telling us about $1 billion cat. $1 billion cat has its own website. Yeah, they have their own website. And they're doing some interesting stuff out there. So if you go to billiondollarcat.com, you will see that the Billy is actually the Bitcoin B turned sideways, which is really neat. And then they give it eyes, and it's a cat. And the $1 billion cat, their vibe and their theme is that they're going to take their market cap right now, which is at about $34 million, and they're going to go to the Billies, the $1 billion. So here's a little bit about Billy. By the way, people are making glasses, Billy glasses, and they're putting the Billy glasses on their PFPs. You've probably seen that on the Twitter timeline. Yeah, so ton of fun. So Billy is short for $1 billion cat. Billy lives on Billy as a rune, like fungible ERC20 tokens on Ethereum. Billy fairly minted out 0% pre-mined on May 30th, 2024. After 18 hours, it minted out. The first thing you need to know about Billy, buy Billy, you can buy Billy on, I don't think so, Billy. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. That's a pretty interesting claim there, Billy. You can actually buy Billy right now on Xverse or Magic Eden or Unisat. The universe currently does not have a marketplace for runes, but like I shared with you before, you can actually mint your runes on the universe, and you can get your rune 0 on the universe. Okay, but if you're looking for Billy, go find him on Magic Eden, go find him on Xverse, and go find him on Unisat. And right now he is at about $34 million market cap. And will he get to a Billy? I kind of think so. You should really go check out this website, billiondollarcat.com. Now, let's see here. Okay, so what's really cool is if you're also wanting some more information about runes, then there's an overview here, like runes are protocol, obviously, for fungible tokens on Bitcoin, created by Casey, and who launched Bitcoin Ordinals protocol for non-fungible tokens in early 2023. So runes are the next evolution of BRC20 fungible tokens, and they were originally built on top of Ordinals. They use Bitcoin's UTXO model and the return opcode. They improve Bitcoin's efficiency around fungibility. Hey, Dust20, I'm helping you, okay? Simmer down, sit in the back, and just hang on a second. Let me just get this out to the people. Bitcoin's efficiency and fungibility tokens, as well as simplify their creation and their management. So similar to ERC20 tokens on Ethereum, runes can be used for different purposes. Currently, they're most often used for memes like Billy. Okay, so some official links here. Make sure you go and join their Twitter. Their Twitter is at billiondollarcat. They've got about 37,000 followers. Why am I sharing all of this with you? Because this is only runes. And if you missed Billy, which seems like it still has some runway here, then you can obviously go to the secondary marketplace and think about Billy. I'm not saying that you should buy it. I'm just saying that there's momentum building around it. Daily, they have people tweeting out with these Billy glasses. There's merchandising. The guys over at Billion Dollar Cat are also very interested in creating fun memes, and they recently created this really interesting, I'll see if I can tweet it out, but this really interesting video on Billy. So they're looking at making an AI Billy, it seems. And so they're doing little shorts, little short clips on Billy and how he got to the universe and stuff. So that's kind of cool. So take a look at Billion Dollar Cat. Also, you can easily trade in and out of Billy directly on L1 Bitcoin using the Xverse app. So basically, you just download that app, and then it's simple enough for the liquidity, and you'll own the best asset on Bitcoin, they're saying. So there's some swap mechanisms happening over on Xverse, the Xverse app. I also know that on DotSwap, they create liquidity pools there, and you can go buy Billy over there too. So I haven't even mentioned that. So Billy's doing a lot of partnerships here, people. And funny little clip here. They're saying Billy's going to be huge. Okay, so Billy the Cat, I plugged you. The other one we know about is Dog Go to Moon, and Dog Go to Moon is out there and making waves. I think they just actually surged ahead of Popcat. Okay. So these are secondary mints that I'm talking about. These are secondary mints, but what about you getting in on the next wave of runes? Well, again, if you go to tapwallet.io, you can do that by minting. How will you know what to mint? Here's what I can tell you. CT, Crypto Twitter, has a way of giving you hints of what the next big thing is, okay? You will note if, here's what you can do. You can go in the search bar, put in hashtag runes, and then what will populate is all of the tweets on runes. And sometimes when there's a hot mint, you'll get that heads up that, hey, for instance, I'm just going to pick one. I don't know if this is a hot mint or, well, it's on the hot mints page. It's at 22.69%, but they'll say DBI on Bitcoin. And then you can look at engagement, right? You can look at the engagement to see if that's gaining a lot of traction. Then you'd head over to Inscribe. You'd go down to Mint Runes, and then you would take a look, and it will probably populate on the first page or the second page. Then if you thought, hey, you know what, that's getting a lot of traction, I want to get in on that mint, then that's what you can do. Because with runes, we don't know what are the actual runes that are going to like make it big in the space. But the nice thing is with that rune 0, I'm telling you, like I minted a ton of runes, and it only cost me like about $12 for all the mints. So my go-to tips for minting runes, I look for names that are kind of in the narrative, so to speak. So if I see something right now like an AI agent rune, I think, well, that's kind of interesting because there's a lot of like narrative and hype going on with the AI agents. So then I would probably want to get in on that rune. I will also take a look at, when was that rune etched? What does that mean? That means deployed. So has that been deployed in the last, 24 hours? Well, how would you find that information out? There's not a specific way on the universes yet, but I have multiple windows open. So I would go over to Unisat, and then I would click runes on Unisat, and then I would go to the page that allows you to mint those runes, and then it will allow you to it will give you information on whether that rune was etched in the last hour, in the last 6 hours, in the last 24 hours. So you can see, is it building momentum? Because those are the runes that you want to take a look at. Why? Because you want to get into something that obviously there is movement behind it, and it gets to that 100% mint. Because once it's at that 100% mint, then, as you know, in crypto, others will want to get involved in something that is, picking up speed, right? So you can actually gauge the traction based on how is the mint progressing. So that's a part of my go-to thing. Like if something has been sitting there for over a year, it doesn't mean that it's not a good rune to mint, because we're not even in the season of mints yet. There's this thing going out on CT saying runes are dead. It's a fun thing, Oh, runes are dead. Ha ha, runes are dead. No, they're not. And they know that, right? But runes right now are on nobody's radar because everybody in CT, oh my God. People, it's like, okay, it's time for AI agents. Yay! Well, let's go do AI. It's dust 20. Like, it's just so much stuff. But stay focused. Okay? Runes are the casino for Bitcoiners. So I don't think runes are going anywhere, people. So you might as well go out there and start minting if you don't want to go to the secondary marketplace and buy $1 billion cat or dog go to moon, because I mean, $1 billion cat's at 34 million market cap. So you're going to be buying it at an exponential price. I mean, there are folks that minted their $1 billion cats for like dollars, and now they're selling them for hundreds of dollars. Okay, that's how it works. So you want to mint. I think I have said that enough. Okay, let's take a look if anybody has a question out there, and that will be helpful. Hey, CZ's in the house. CZ Binance, come on, CZ. I'm going to invite you to speak. And if Wisdom Ben wants to say anything, then that's great. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And if you people are in Dust 20, what are your thoughts on Dust 20, people? We're gonna shift over to Dust 20 for a second. My goodness gracious, Dust 20. Where did you come from? Okay, so as we know, I'm going to switch over to Dust. Okay, yeah, anybody want to say something? Dust 20? Go ahead, go for it. I heard some rustling there. Oh, hey, Matt. Matt says to me, he's got no mic for this. Okay, when you do, Matt, I'd love to hear from you. That would be really great. That is fantastic. Matt's is a devoted listener here. And Matt's recently picked up a Kevin. Good for you, Matt's. Oh, by the way, I just said Kevin. Anybody see that last night? I got to mention that Binance dropped another tweet on Stamp. What is going on, Binance? You keep dropping these tweets on Stamp. People, because I brought it up, I might as well just head over to it right now. Let's go to tapwallet.io. I'm coming back to you, Dust20. Okay, hang on. Yeah, I got it. But my words. Okay, listen. Binance dropped another tweet last night. Like, this is a lot. Why would they do this? Something is cooking. Can you smell what the Binance is cooking? Only rock fans get that. Only rock fans get that. But I could smell what the Binance is cooking. Oh, they're cooking something. And before they get done with that cook, ask yourself a question. Why would Binance, one of the largest exchanges in the crypto universe, be dropping a tweet about Stamp? People, Stamp is like, nobody knows about Stamp, but Binance does. Do yourself a favor, go and find that tweet and read everything that they wrote. And after you read everything that they wrote and you do some calculations, then come back to tapwallet.io and consider this. Consider iStamps. Yeah, iStamps. Why would you want to consider iStamps right now? Because Binance is, for goodness sakes. OMG. I mean, they're not buying iStamps, but they are interested in Stamp SRC20. And I believe it's because of the tech. That's what they want. What is the tech behind Stamp and SRC20? People, it is the only protocol. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it again, okay? I'm going to say it quiet, and then I'm going to say it loud. It is the only protocol. I'm saying it like it's a secret because I feel like it is, but Binance is telling everybody. So before everybody knows, here's what I'm going to tell you. Stamp SRC20 is the only protocol in Bitcoin where it is secure, transferable artifacts maintained permanently. That's the tech. You can't remove it. Why is that important? I talked yesterday. I don't know how the universe works, like the universe beyond the wallet, but I don't know if I have like incredible timing, but I literally was talking about laser-eyed maxis yesterday, okay? Go to the show yesterday and you will hear me talk about laser-eyed maxis. Why is that important? Did you see the tweet from Luke Dash Jr.? Uh-huh. No kidding. This Luke Dash Jr. is one of the top developers in all of Bitcoin. Okay, he is with a large mining firm. And he literally put out a tweet yesterday. I am going to find the tweet. I am still talking quiet because honestly, it's almost a secret, but you can get ahead of it all. How can you get ahead of it all? You can actually start to front run everybody. Okay, let me find Luke Dash Jr.'s tweet. While I'm finding his tweet, and this actually connects to the tweet, the incoming president of the United States, the incoming president of the United States is dropping ordinals. He's going to have trading cards on ordinals. I don't make this stuff up. I literally don't. It writes itself. You would think I'm in the writing room of The Simpsons, people. The incoming president of the United States is dropping some trading cards on ordinals. That's important for you to know. Why? Because this Luke Dash Jr., he is not having it, people. This ties back to Stamp, by the way. All of my stories connect. Here is the tweet from Luke Dash Jr. Just in, these are quotes now, okay? Just in, President-elect Trump announces the USA will be forming a state attack on Bitcoin. This is not a drill. Bitcoin is not ready to withstand a state attacker. I am going to repeat that. Luke Dash Jr., his tag here, his Twitter or X name is, his X handle is @Luke-Jr. People, do not go and play with this gentleman. He is a very serious gentleman. You will get blocked if you do. And he has a lot of influence in the Bitcoin space. I would love to interview him. I have made it known to him, so maybe he'll listen to this. Yeah, he could. That's how I think, people. I think stuff and the vibrations come towards me. So I will end up interviewing him. And remember, I told you that. Okay? I will end up interviewing this man. Anyhow, again, he says, Justin, President-elect Trump announces the USA will be performing a state attack on Bitcoin. This is not a drill. Bitcoin is not ready to withstand a state attacker. Close quotes. I read it like that because that's how it sounded in my ear. Okay? Why is he saying that? Well, if you go to Cointelegraph, it says, just in. This all happened yesterday. I don't know what's going on in the world right now, but so much is going on, okay? Just in, President-elect Trump launches new official Trump Bitcoin trading cards on ordinals. People, here we are in Bitcoin. The world doesn't know it yet, but the president of these United States of America, the incoming president, is dropping trading cards on ordinals that are on top of Bitcoin? I rest my case, people. I rest my case. So Luke is not having it. Why is he not having it? Because he doesn't want any spam. He calls it spam. He calls all the artwork and all of the coins on top of Bitcoin spam. Now, he has a lot of influence in the Bitcoin space, okay? He's one of the devs, one of the miners. He's with the big mining company, okay? So what can they do? Well, if they get consensus, because that's how these on-chain things work, they can potentially, it'll be very difficult, so do not fear. It'll be very difficult. They can potentially scrub all of the ordinals off of Bitcoin. What would that do? That would render your ordinals and all of your wonderful and beautiful tokens and your artwork dead. Yeah, come and test me on this, people. Okay, but to be truthful, I don't ever think that's going to happen, but you never say never. So if this, I would say he's a maxi. He's a laser-eyed maxi. If he is that serious to put out a tweet, he's saying a state attack? Like, you're speaking against the president of the United States here. I mean, I don't know if the Secret Service are at his house already. Oh my God. But so he's that serious. So what does that mean? That means that there is in the background, in the back rooms where the deals and the sauces are made, something could be stewing and something could be coming for all of us on Bitcoin. And that could be close the doors to all of our tokens and all of our art. No, said Mike in Space. I'm animating now, people. Mike in Space, look him up. He's a creator also. He's a dev. He's an artist, actually. Oh, he's not a dev. Sorry. He's an artist, but OG in the space. And he said, man, oh man, I wonder if we could create a protocol that would keep our artwork and our tokens permanently secured to the chain, because all of this is just a way of storage. We're talking about storage here. Think about storage lockers, okay? The ordinals, the storage lockers. Okay. Okay, people, I'm going into my imagination, sorry, but I'm just trying a physical world for it. Wherever you are in the world, mostly in North America, people love stuff and they put them in lockers. They literally pay monthly fees for lockers. Yeah, they do. I know, because I do it. And most of these lockers, these storage facilities, they have gates around them. Okay, they got chain link gates around them, and they have security cameras. Then the storage facilities get locked down at night. And if you try to head into that storage facility, then you will be met with law enforcement that will come and take you away. Because in most of the countries in North America, they do not like you messing with their stuff. Why am I sharing this? Because with the ordinals, literally, no offense, I love ordinals, it's like having a storage facility with no chain link fences, no security cameras. It's just out in the open. So literally, people can come and take your stuff if they're that bold. So the laser-eyed maxis could come and scrub this. I highly doubt they would do this. There's so many players involved. Like the miners love the fees. The fees, yeah, the miners collect fees every time we buy art, every time we buy coin, every time we etch runes. That's why Casey, the guy that made the runes, he actually loves those miners, and he created the casino so the miners could make fees. And then he spun the story into, we're protecting Bitcoin because we're giving the miners a reason to stay. Because after the halving, there's less and less blocks to mine. So if there's nobody looking after our precious Bitcoin, then we don't have this wonderful cryptography. So he was trying to create a use case for the miners to stay. So that is why I don't think this will ever happen. But again, that's why Mike in Space said, I know these guys. I know maxis. I used to be one. We only want Bitcoin to be a pure asset. So because we only want Bitcoin to be a pure asset, I want to actually securitize all of the art. So stamps are like that storage facility where there's chain link fences, there's security cameras, there's lockdowns. When you go to a storage facility, if the facility closes at, say, 9:00 at night, you can't get out. You will have to sleep there. And then you will have questions asked. Why were you there? Okay. And you have to call like security facilities to try to get you out of there. Stamp is even more secure than that. Stamp has locked itself inside the UTXOs. Stamp is secure, tradable artifacts maintained permanently. I'm just sharing this because Binance dropped that tweet last night. Okay, Binance dropped that tweet last night. So this is just jumping in our show here so that I can say to you, go over to tapwallet.io and think about is this maybe a good time to get iStamps? Why would you want to get them? Because 50% of stamp marketplace fees from the universe, not from other marketplaces, only from the universe, 50% of stamp marketplace fees will be distributed to iStamp holders. If you have 10 iStamps, you are going to be automatically in that pool to get 50% of the marketplace fees. Now, iStamps are not stamps. They are tap tokens that are the reward token for people that engage in the stamp protocol, because the stamp protocol is actually here on the universe. If you go to part of the protocol, anyhow, if you go to marketplace and you click stamp, there's right now 8 pages of artwork. So let's say that I go and I buy stamp, let's see, stamp 836087. If I buy that stamp, well, that stamp is going to obviously generate fees for the universe. Well, and those that have 10 iStamps, because we get to share in those fees. That's just the artwork. Right now, the universe is working on the SRC20 tokens. They're coming. Imagine when they arrive, because I can tell you right now, SRC20 tokens are being traded like they are gold. And because of that tweet, like if I go to openstamp.io, because that's where you actually can pick up the tokens right now. If I go and look at that marketplace, I can tell you right now, that stamp is killing it. Everything is red in the market, but stamp is up right now 29.98%, and its 24-hour volume, it's up 255%. It's sitting now at a $49 billion market cap. I'm just sharing that with you because they dropped the tweet, and then after they dropped the tweet, I started thinking about the show, and lo and behold, what populates is that tweet from Luke Dash Jr., because I talked about Maxie's in the show, and he's talking about a state attack on Bitcoin. And again, I don't think any of that is going to happen, like the pruning, but that's why stamp is so important. So consider getting yourself some iStamps, okay, people? There's a lot to talk about, so I'm weaving it in. That is what I do. I weave stories. I do. So listen to this. 1899 have completed. There's only ever going to be 21,000 iStamps. And you know what's available right now? 601. Yeah, that's it. 601. So you may want to think about it. I don't give advice. I just ask you to follow the logic. There's patterns happening. If you ever want to know what's going to happen in the future, you just have to look at the patterns. That's what the AI do. That's what digital matter theory does, okay? It's just pattern recognition. Binance keeps tweeting about stamp. You don't do something for nothing, so you can be prepared and take advantage of the fact that Bitcoin is drunk and needs to go home and sleep and come back. Recuperated Bitcoin. My goodness. Anyhow, too much animation here. Okay, so Dust 20. Yeah, guess what, people? It is a Runes Day, but there's some requests here for this Dust 20. Who's doing it? Anybody doing Dust 20? Let me tell you. You can mint Dust 20 tokens. Yeah, Dust is already minted out. And it minted out quite quickly. People are excited about Dust 20. Why are they excited about it? Because, as you know, folks are having to deal with inscriptions when they are buying ordinals, when they're like anything that's on top of ordinals, ETAP included, it's all an inscription model. So you buy the artifact, and then before you can actually sell it, you have to inscribe it. Notice you don't have to do that on Stamp. I'm just saying, people. No inscriptions on Stamp. So just 20, whatever, with Stamp. But there's a lot of people that have ordinals and have tap and all of the other stuff that's on top of BRC20. So Dust 20 is here to save the day. And I'm telling you, I have gone through the descriptions a couple of times, like, what is Dust 20? What is Dust 20? So let me just go through it again. It's picking up speed. Even crypto Twitter is talking about Dust 20. It's an ideal. It's an experiment, and it looks like it's happening. Yeah, it's happening. So what's the experiment? It's to see if it's possible to improve fungibility on Bitcoin. This is a Bitcoin issue. Why? Because Bitcoin is on chain. That's what makes it so secure. That's what makes it so brilliant. No offense to the other chains, but they're centralized. Literally, it could literally be a dude in his basement in his underwear and socks running the chain. Sometimes I felt like that. No offense on Solana. Hey, Solana, I love you. Don't you dare come at me. But it literally feels like it's a dude in his basement. I go to buy Solana tokens and literally on my phone, and the wheel is just spinning and spinning and spinning. I'm like, what, did he go for a bathroom break? Like, what is going on here? Okay, that was a joke. That was a joke. But on Bitcoin, it's no joke. Everything is on chain. Nobody's going for bathroom breaks because it's all on chain. And there's all these miners across the world, and it's a very serious thing. So Dust 20 is an interesting thing now because it's about to like get rid of inscriptions, which is kind of cool, right? So what's the experiment here? So by linking the dust limit 546 to a token unit, I'm going to share this again for those of you that don't know, but Bitcoin native transfers of a fungible token should make transfer inscriptions obsolete, like I said. So you can create a Dust 20 with the deploy function. Mint an amount of Dust 20s with the mint function and proper padding. Transfer an amount of Dust 20 with proper UTXO management. As we know, UTXOs are so important. I mean, you can, oh my goodness, it's a nightmare if you have all these unspent transactions in your wallet, and it just makes it that much more difficult when you're trying to navigate, right? So Dust 20 balance state can be found by aggregating and tracking colored UTXOs. 546 sats, that's the dust limit, is the amount of sats that represent a token unit. Okay, so here's something important to note. When inscribing sats in items must be equivalent to the sats value of the mint inscription. A mint inscription locks an amount of sats equivalent to the amount times the unit sat in a new UTXO. Those sats become dyed, DYED, with the token. The purpose of a Dust 20 indexer wallet is to track, aggregate, and manage those dyed sats and their respective UTXOs to retrieve balance changes. So you see what this is doing? Yeah, really. Let's suppose I have a UTXO mint inscription of 91 tokens with 49,686 sats padding. To transfer 10 tokens from said UTXO, I would use it to broadcast a transaction that generates a 5460, that's 546 times 10, sats output to a receiver wallet. So 226 sats output to myself, which is 49,686 minus the 5460. A non-colored UTXO must be used to pay for network fees. So let me tell you, there's Pink Wallet is in the process of adopting the protocol with Indexer. They are so quick, let me tell you. And merge split function, deploy mint transfers, marketplace, and wallet integration. Yes, the universe is doing that. So to my delight, when I now go into Inscribe, what do I see waiting for me? I see Dust 20. OMG. What are you going to be able to do? Well, I'll tell you what you can do under the tapwallet.io. Click Inscribe, go to Dust 20. You can start minting. Yeah, you can deploy, mint, and transfer. That's right. But before you do, you know what you would want? You'd want to head over to Tools, head over to Launchpad. You would want to pick yourself up a Dust Zero. What is a Dust Zero? Well, it will act similar to the Tap Zero. Right now, there's only 447 Dust Zeros available. 53 have completed. Some people are buying multiples because I think once this picks up in CT and in the Bitcoin space, others will be coming. Like, we're 3 days in on this Dust 20. This is like a secret that's going to start to expand itself. I was very shocked at how quickly this Dust 20 was moving, okay? Let's even go to the index tab on tapwallet.io. If you click Dust 20, why am I talking about this on a Runes show? Evidently, it's by popular demand here, people. We get requests in the back room and people are asking for it. So I tried to plug $1 Billion Cat. This show's being recorded, so you can go back and listen to that. And I tried to plug some runes, and lo and behold, getting requests for this Dust 20 because people seem to really like it. So if you go to tapwallet.io and you click index, you can actually see the tokens. There's 3 pages that have been deployed. Dust, 100% minted out. There's 1,761 holders. You know what that tells me? That tells me there's some interest here. And there's a marketplace that is about to come in here. And the first token that they're going to, because first is first, people. First is first. Anytime you have a new protocol, the first token is the one that seems to get all the love. So Dust 20 has 1,761 holders. Yeah. And the top holder only has 4.37% of the supply. So it's a nice distribution. So there are no major whales here. No, there's no major whales. The second person only has 3.5% of the supply, then followed by 2.73%, 2.48%, 2.17%. And then we get all the way down to 1%. So it's a nice equilibrium here on the Dust 20. I think that minted out basically in less than 24 hours. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, I think it minted out in less than 24 hours. Like, that is pretty impressive. OMG, are you kidding me? 1, 2, 3. No, come on, really? The supply was 1 million? No. Stop it. Oh, God. I think I might have missed out on that, people. I was doing the show. That's not fair. Send me some Dust 20 immediately. Okay, so back to index. Tons of coins popping up here. I see there's Moon. You can still go and mint Moon. And here's the thing. Does it work if we... OMG! Oh my God. Now I'm excited. Okay. I think I might like this now. People, if I can get in on the action, then I like stuff. If I can't, then I'm, whatever. I missed out on Dust 20. Listen to what you can do here. Okay. I'm excited now. Go to tapwallet.io, right? Click on index, literally, okay? You can't mint Dust, okay? But Moon looks like it's the next one. And the way that it's set up here, there's only 22 holders of Moon. But let's say you want to mint Moon. There's a mint function here. You can just, there's a mint function. There's ticker, holders, supply, progress, deployment ID, deployer, time. Then there's action. You can just click mint. Then you know what it does? It brings you over to Dust 20 Inscribe. You remember I told you to go to Inscribe, and then you see under the Inscribe tab, you'd see Dust 20. It brings you to that screen. And then you can click the amount that you want to inscribe. Okay, I might want to get in on this. Why am I acting surprised? Because this stuff is so new, people. It's so new. Okay, I'm feeling like I need to calm down. But there's Pepe, there's Bear, there's Coin. There are 3 pages, so go take a look at it. There's some fun to be had. I think people are going to get excited again. One thing I find with Bitcoin is they like minting. You don't do this in Solana. You get served in a lineup. It's like being in that lineup, and the cafeteria, and you got your plate, and then you go up to the person that's putting the food out, and then at Solana you say to them, can I have some potatoes? Can I have some of that? And they just put it on your plate. No, we get to go in the kitchen and we get to do a little cooking on Bitcoin. We get to mint. So we get to like chop up the onions and the garlic and put it in the sauce. That's what minting is all about. But on the other chains, they just serve you up the stuff. Okay. So you can only pick the stuff that's already cooked. And people, we know once it's cooked, that means all the ingredients are patted in, and then they start the massive shilling. But here on Bitcoin, you get to be a part of the cook. So you can start minting things. And for all those Dust 20 people, now they can sell them to some of us that did not mint on the secondary marketplace. But there are no whales, which is nice. So you can start minting, but obviously you're going to need to anyhow, you're going to need to look at the Dust Zero, because that is going to help you. I've got to tell the team here that they need more description on the Dust Zero. Yeah, sure, you can mint it, but tell us why we're minting it. Like, what does the Dust Zero do for us? What do I mean by that? Let's say we head over to Tap Zero. Well, Tap Zero, under that tab, you'll see some information. It's the first privileged auth mint on Tap. Tap Zero holders enjoy a lifetime of 0 fees. So there needs to be some more description on the Dust 20. Okay, but I've given you some information on Dust 20. Come over to tapwallet.io, get involved if you're already involved in that space. If there's some questions, can people come and ask the questions? Are there any questions? I don't think there's any questions. So I'm going to go into the wrap-up mode here. What's the wrap-up mode? It's called the housekeeping. I have already touched on some of the stuff. I want to just backtrack a second. I talked about iStamps already. I just want to mention that there's a 2x multiplier for each iStamp you have, to a max of, like, let's say you got 200 iStamp. I think anything above 200, there wouldn't be a multiplier. But there's 2x multipliers on iStamps. Okay. We heard that Wisdom Ben Bernard has registered his name, so he gets a 2x multiplier for registering his name. As you know, Tap Wallet is one of the first SocialFi wallets on Bitcoin. You can register your name, and then you can talk with other wallet holders that have their names registered. And there's a chat function over on Tools that you can reach out to anyone within the Tap Wallet ecosystem and talk to them. You can even talk to them directly from the marketplace if they have their name registered. So that's a 2x multiplier. Pretty cool. And then I was getting into the Tap Zero because I was just comparing the descriptions on Tap Zero to the Dust 20. And I already shared with you that the best feature for the Tap Zero is that there's 0 fees, a lifetime of 0 fees if you are going to be on the Tap marketplace. You definitely want to have okay, cool. Looks like people are buying it. There's only 10,000 of the Tap Zero OG Pass, and 904 have completed. They come out in rounds of 1,000. So again, there's a total supply of 10,000. They come in rounds of 1,000, and 96 remain for this round. If you're interested in the OG Pass, this round is the best round. Why? Go look at the price of Bitcoin. You're going to get it on a discount because right now it's saying total cost. Notice the costs on Bitcoin are always in Bitcoin. They're not in fiat. Okay? They're not in fiat. So if something is $5, it's always $5 in fiat. But in Bitcoin, it's 0.001 BTC. Now, depending on the price of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin does not sleep, it's 24 hours, you could be spending more or less. Sure, it's 0.001 BTC, but let's take a look at this. What is that in actual dollars? So you just go over to your sats to USD calculator, and there's many of them on Google. Press the one you like, and you can convert that. So 0.001, let's take a look. Is that 0.00? Yeah, 0.001. Because you'll never know the price of 0.001 BTC because it's not a constant. Why? Because Bitcoin, like I said, doesn't sleep. So that's $91.82 US. If Bitcoin is over 100 grand, well, that's over $100, people. So that's what I'm saying. It is on sale right now because Bitcoin is drunk and it is trying to get its bearings about it. So if you take advantage of that, then you can mint for cheaper. And there's only 96 available. The last person just picked up 2. Why would someone pick up 2? Well, with any marketplaces, there's always an OG Pass. And in fact, because I like to do a lot of research. Oh boy. Yeah, I know. I like to do a lot of research. So I was over on Unisat and I was looking at their OG Pass last night, in fact. And the OG passes are being listed literally. Should I give you the price in Bitcoin? Yeah, let's give you the price in Bitcoin. Okay, they're being listed for 0.07 BTC. They're selling for that too, because you get to see the sales. Mind you, the last sale was for their OG Pass was in December 10 to be exact. And someone dropped right before the holidays 0.07 BTC. And it was even more expensive back then because Bitcoin was above $100,000. So in dollars today, they literally dropped $6,100 on the Unisat OG Pass. So that just tells you a little bit about OG passes. People like to have them because once they get involved in the marketplace in Bitcoin, they start to do a lot of minting and so forth. So if you can save fees are going to be where you will actually sometimes make or break your rate of return. Because if you can like obviously pay less fees, then that just increases your rate of return. So Tap Zero would be like the OG Pass. You can't use a Tap Zero on Unisat. You can't use a Tap Zero on Magic Eden. Where can you use a Tap Zero? You can use it at tapwallet.io, and you can use it only and specifically for the Tap protocol. But many of you will know that what are some of the things that you can do on the Tap protocol? You can do Tap privileged auth, Tap DMT UNAT block pads, and Tap DMT UNAT block drops. That's what you can do there. And you can get a 10x multiplier. Notice that every show I repeat this. Why do I do this? Always ask why. I am a shiller. I am a pumper. Ask me why. Why would I do that? Because if I don't, this whole thing will disappear. Yeah, you got it. It'll disappear. Have you ever like really thought, oh my God, this product or something is so great and then it disappears? That's because nobody knows about it. You know, people often get mad at people. Oh, you're just shilling. You're trying to sell. 100%. Yes, that is what I'm doing. Okay, don't get it twisted. I want this to succeed. People, when Bitcoin started, all of the early people into Bitcoin became the marketing team, became the shillers, became the believers. Now that's something that I will tell you. If I don't believe in something, I'm out. I'm being serious. I can't. I just can't. I won't do it. Okay. So it took me a while for that dust 20. If you could hear it in my voice, it's like, but I'm kind of liking it now. Okay. I like it. I've warmed up to it. So I am here to pump, to shill. Every show, I will work the tools into the show. Why? Because we need people to know what's out there. As these tools are being minted, the fees go towards the paying the development team. Okay, they go towards, you know, paying everybody that's involved in the universe. Yeah, everyone. And we in the universe, we will get we'll get some of the airdrops, and then there is a small compensation for us that are not developers, and that is the truth. And you should work within that. Okay, so if there are no fees coming in, then they can't continue to build. Nobody is going to build on top of Bitcoin for free. I'll tell you that right now. Bitcoin are money people, they are power people. Nobody comes in and does anything for free on Bitcoin. I am not playing. They love this asset. They will die for this asset. And they also want to be paid in Bitcoin. Okay. So now some of the compensation is nominal, meaning it's nothing to it's nothing that is extraordinary, but there is compensation for the team. Sometimes the team will get tokens, and sometimes, the developers have to be paid people, and that their developers don't come for cheap. That's just the truth behind the curtain. So I will always bring up the tools so that people will know about the tools. The other thing is the tools help. The tools help. Well, they helped me specifically because I was not into runes until I got the Rune Zero and I saw how easy it was. I was only in a stamp because I arrived to stamp because of Chico Crypto. I came here from another world, from ETH, and I found myself into Bitcoin because of a YouTuber, Chico Crypto, and I just decided to join the stamp community, and that's where I was. And I happy was there, and I continue to be there, and now I'm exploring all the different protocols. So that's my story. Okay, so I'm sharing these tools with you on an ongoing basis so that if they help you, then that's good. I would not ever pick up a tool, I'm being serious, that's not going to help you. Don't just have something in your wallet without a strategy. If you're not going to mint runes, the only other strategy would be to sell it in the future to someone that might enjoy minting runes. You know, there are multipliers for these things. So that's another strategy. I shared with you that Tap Zero is a 10x multiplier. iStamps is a 2x multiplier. Rune Zero is a 10x multiplier. Registering your name is a 2x multiplier. All of these things are cool. As you engage in the universe, they reward you. And then in return, you are able to help them to continue building. It's a really nice organic growing that is happening here. So they are moving along. They're doing quite well, and they are delivering on their promises. So we look forward to seeing some of the upcoming things here. They're going to expand out the Dust 20. They are going to bring on the stamp marketplace, and I'm hoping that they're going to do some more stuff for runes. Now that was a lot. That was a lot. I shared a lot, but you know what? There was information coming from the back rooms, and they were saying, hey, the people want to know about Dust 20, so that's why we jumped the fence and talked about Dust 20. Okay, people, I'm wrapping it up. What a space. In the future, if I say it's runes only, it's runes only, okay? Let's just stick to what we're supposed to be talking about, and that'll make it even more fun. You know, there's no more shows for the rest of the week. The next one is Tap Tuesday, so I will see you all next week. And I hope that you have a great rest of the week. There's so much going on in Bitcoin. Stay informed, stay in tuned, because there's opportunities for us to actually take advantage of this red market. And with that being said, thank you so much for coming here. Have yourself a great day. And as you know, we always play you out with a song. Peeps, keep sharing what you want, what you like, and we will keep coming back and we'll get it right. We'll get it to the point where it's the recipe is right and the cook is what you need.